Oh boy, oh gee, oh gosh. Again? Sam, we really need to stop meeting like this.
Yeah. I mean...
No, it's a fun time. It's fun.
It is a great time. It really is.
Anyway, welcome back to The Cup, the Currently Unnamed podcast, where the tea is piping hot and we are ready to spill. I'm Logan Murphy, today with a very large cup.
And I am Sam de Monteverde, your fellow friendly, non-binary, Filipino-Canadian, mentally unstable hot mess, hailing all the way from Toronto, with my traditional cup. I was trying to find someone to fit that in there.
Oh, I love it. I'm such a big fan of that. Yes, so Sam was asking about my comically large cup today. This is actually a pitcher that my roommate bought from IKEA. However, today I am using it as my cup because mental illness is real.
I actually have a coworker who has like a bottle, like a water bottle, like that big, and I'm like, yo, I actually want it for myself.
Oh yeah, I mean my water bottle's basically the same size.
There you go.
So, but yes, so this is G Fuel. It's a flavor called Shiny Splash. From a YouTuber I no longer follow, but his G Fuel flavor is really good. It's blueberry lemonade mixed with lemonade vitamin water mixed with cranberry lime sparkling water.
That sounds amazing.
It's bomb as fuck, bestie. It's so good.
If you can send some over to Toronto, would gladly appreciate it.
I know they sell G Fuel, or you can order G Fuel in Canada.
Yes, no. I'm pretty sure you can, because I've definitely heard of G Fuel around here.
Yeah, I'll send you this picture. Just put it in a bunch of bubble wrap. Just be like, here you go, bestie. It's warm. 5 days, 10 days later, but here you go. No, it's a good time. Anyway, I should have made a red one because that would have been more on theme because that's a color of the flag of the country we're discussing today. I had to get there. So today we are discussing the 18 semifinalists competing in Pabandom and naujo to decide the Lithuanian representative for Eurovision 2022. We're in Lithuania today. That's fun. That's exciting. Oh my God, yes, the Roop. We love the Roop. We really stand the Roop.
To the lead singer, please give me a chance.
Speaking of, we will actually be discussing two former Eurovision representatives in this episode. So one of them I knew about. The other one I thought I knew about. And then I did research and realized that's who it was. But yes, so we have 18 semifinalists for Lithuania's national selection. We decided to do the semifinals only because the heats had, I think, 36 songs. And mama, I ain't about that life. I'm not. We're trying to do the most, but also simultaneously the least.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of national selections happening here soon. So we are going to do the bare minimum. But still talk about 18 songs today because that's fun.
Honest opinion, obviously.
Yes. So The semifinals for Pabandom e Naujo are happening on the 29th and the 5th. The interesting, fun, exciting fact is they're actually pre-recorded. And they were pre-recorded. The first semifinal was pre-recorded yesterday. So,
wow.
the universe already has the first 4 qualifiers for the final. We just won't know about it until Saturday.
We just know there's
it's
4 of them.
Yeah, so there's 9 songs competing in each semifinal with 4 qualifying for the final. So those have already happened. I heard there may have been leaks. I didn't see anything when I went to look. Nor do I really want to. But yeah, so those have already been decided. We just won't know till Saturday. And so we're going to be discussing the songs in alphabetical order by semifinal. So the semifinal distributions were released. So we know which songs competed yesterday in the first semifinal. So we're going to be talking about those in alphabetical order, giving our thoughts on all of those. And then we're going to be diving into semifinal 2 in alphabetical order as well, giving our thoughts on that as well. And then as always, giving our points for our top 10 across both semifinals. So I'm mixed. Mine is all mixed together, not by semifinal. But yes, Bestie, how are we feeling overall about Lithuania's semifinalists?
I mean, I was like okay with it, if I'm being honest.
Mm-hmm.
You know, for me, it doesn't beat like Benidorm. It doesn't beat Norway. It doesn't beat like, I don't know. It was just like all right, but like there are a couple songs, actually, well, very few songs that in here that I was champion for.
Yeah, I kind of feel the same way. It was very easy for me to make my shortlist for giving out my points today. I literally had 10 songs out of the 18, and I said, okay, those are the songs. But yeah, I think overall, this is a fairly solid semifinal. There are some songs that I think have a really good shot at making the final. There are some songs that I hope and pray don't. Just going to be very honest in that regard. But overall, I'm not mad. I'm mad at a couple of them. But overall, I'm not mad at the songs in this semifinals. Both of them. So shall we just dive in?
Let's get into it.
Perf. First up, in the first semifinal in alphabetical order, we're going to be talking about Elonas Someday. Again, pronunciations are hard. I'm sorry. You can beat us up in the comments. A bunch of y'all already have.
We can take it.
Talking about how we don't know anything about Spain when we talked about Benidorm Fest. It's fine. I don't care. I really don't. I think it's so funny. But so we're going to be talking about Elonas and the song Someday. Now, Elonas qualified from Heat 1. He came in 6th out of 11, receiving 1 vote from the jury and 1 point from the jury and 10 points from the televote. And I'm going to be really honest, I don't know how.
I was back and forth with this song.
Really?
It's got some things So the very first thing I put when I listened to this was, it's cute.
Stop that right now. I mean, you're not wrong. Not
like,
it's cute.
The song's cute, but it's like I wasn't. Yeah, no, I didn't write much about this song for this song. But I did say I like his higher range. He has a great when he gets into that grit, when he gets into that rasp, when he's up there, I really enjoyed that.
Okay.
The bridge kind of gave me this song called Red Roses by AJ Raphael.
Not familiar.
I don't expect you to know it.
Wow. Okay.
No,
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No, literally, a lot of the people that know like AJ Raphael tend to be like people who look like me, kind of thing, like Filipinos. Your typical Filipino.
People who look like me. I mean, that's fair. I'm not Filipino. I'm very white, so I get it. Honestly, it's cool.
I'm like, I don't know a non-Asian that knows AJ Raphael. Similar to how I don't know a single person of color that knows how to play euchre.
God help us all. So I'm glad you had some positives because I don't like this song at all. I think his tone is cool, but it doesn't go a whole lot of places musically for me.
Yeah.
It's like, it's just bleh in the best possible way.
It's perfectly inoffensive.
No, I have a perfectly inoffensive song. We'll talk about my perfectly inoffensive song.
Oh, okay.
Because I chose one. And this was not it. But
yeah, I feel the same way about it too. Shall we move on to the next one?
I would love to, because I have a lot of thoughts. So the next song we're going to be discussing is Emilijana with the song Illuminate. So the first thing I thought of, I wrote this down because I wanted to remember it. The first few seconds of the music, for me, I went immediately to Gotta Go My Own Way from High School Musical. The first few seconds.
No, I wrote something somewhere.
Oh, no.
I put a Gave Me Get Out by JoJo.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. So I also want to preface the rest of our discussion by letting all know Sam listened to the Spotify, the studio version. That's the word I was trying to.
Yes.
So Sam listened to the studio versions of these songs. I listened to the actual performances from the heats. So I've heard all of these live. So I think that's going to give me a bit of a different perspective when it comes to a lot of these songs. And Illuminate is one of those songs that I think I'm going to have a different perspective on.
Mm-hmm.
She's got a solid vocal. My issue is just all of her words blend together in her falsetto.
Yeah, I heard that in the studio recording as well. I like the message.
Yes.
Oh, I love the surprise in the chorus. Like,
yes.
But I did write like, it gets busy at a couple points. Like it gets where everything starts sounding kind of mushy. This was the first song that I listened to where I thought revamp would be great for it.
I think it just needs a little bit of dynamics.
Yeah.
Because it's either low voice or falsetto. There's no in between. And she may not have a very strong in between register. And I think that's I would guess that based on this song alone. I will say the staging as well. She had a couple dancers around her with like these light blocks. And so she was quite literally being illuminated. I thought the staging was cool. Not a lot of people did creative staging when it came to the heats, and Emilijana was one of them. And I really, really appreciated that because it gave me, like, some of these songs were just performed in the heats, and some of these songs really gave a clue in as to how they would be performed on the Eurovision stage. And those artists I really appreciate, and Emilijana was one of them, and I really liked the way it was staged. I don't know if I love the song, and I don't know if I would listen to it again unless it qualifies and wins the Pabandom naujo.
Yeah.
However, I appreciate it for what it is.
I'm gonna have to say the same. Basically the exact same. It's not my favorite song.
Yeah.
The one last note that I had for it is that some of the runs she does are a bit sound very
A
awkward.
little. Yeah. Oh, I also want to point out, and I'll try to do this at the start of each song discussion. Emilijana placed 6th in Heat 2. She received 1 vote from the jury, and this was actually the televote winner from Heat 2. She received 12 points from the televote, and that's how she qualified.
Interesting.
A lot of these are very interesting.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that qualified based solely on televote that should not have qualified. And I don't think that about Emilijana because I actually think this song is pretty solid. But we'll talk about a few.
Yes.
There's a few. So next up, we're going to be discussing Erika Jennings with the song Back to Myself. She placed 1st in the first heat, receiving 12 points from the jury and 6 points from the televote. And Erika Jennings is actually the first of the returning artists that we're going to be discussing. So Erika actually represented for Lithuania back in 2001 as a part of the group Scamp with the song You've Got Style, and they actually placed 13th.
Not bad. Not bad.
Not at all. I don't think Miss Erika Jennings will be making it back to Eurovision, in my personal opinion.
I don't think so either, but I love this song.
Do you really?
I'm not a champion for it, but like, it's that's for me.
That's so interesting because I don't like this at all. It's about damn time we get a full disagreement on this fucking podcast, and I'm glad to hear it. What do you like about this song?
I think she has a lovely voice. I love the chorus of it.
Sure.
She has I like a couple of her runs. She makes a good. I like the choices of runs as well. Her lower range is amazing. I always love myself a female that can sing with a lower range.
No,
I enjoy the message. Oh, and she had towards the end, like I think it was towards the end that she had like the whole like showing off moment that singers always have.
Well, she had a key change.
She also had a key change. Actually, that was my one critique about that. The key change could have been more
powerful. There's the Eurovision key change. At least one song in every national selection is going to have it.
Yeah, the key change wasn't as effective as it should have been.
Yeah.
And I don't think it wasn't the music at all. It's just she didn't come in with enough power.
Yeah. So it's so interesting that you say her lower register was part of your favorite, because I actually thought her lower register was incredibly weak. And I think that maybe because I listened to the live performance. That was my biggest critique, actually, was that her lower register was incredibly weak. I didn't find a lot of power when she went into those lower moments. I thought the music was cool and different. The lyricality was cool, but I found myself almost finding her chorus to be a little wordy in some places.
That's fair.
And it didn't, my biggest thing was it just didn't feel like she had control of the song, if that makes sense.
I get that.
Like, it felt like this song was written for someone else, but she wrote it, which I want to point out as well. I believe she's a songwriter on this song. I actually want to double check that before I say that for sure. But did she write this? Yes, so she wrote this. So it almost feels like this song should have been given to someone else, but she liked it so much that she decided to sing it. There was also, so she was paired on stage with this couple doing a contemporary dance routine, which I found to be so incredibly distracting. And I think that didn't necessarily, it took away from the performance for me. It didn't like sway my feelings one way or another, because I don't think I like this song all too well. However, I have a very strong feeling she will qualify for the final here, based solely on the fact that she's been to Eurovision before. And I think, unfortunately, it's going to rob some people that I think actually have really good songs out of one of those 4 spots based solely on who she is. And the fact that she got first in her heat, kinda, you know, I have a feeling she's going to qualify. And I think if this represents Lithuania, they ain't going to qualify for the final.
Yeah, I'm, like I said before, I'm not a champion for this song. It's just right there for me. But nah, I'm gonna have to agree. I don't think it tops like Discotheque or even On Fire. Like literally Lithuania's best performing song talked about them being the winners of Eurovision way back in 2006.
We're not discussing that song here today on this program because that's a shame. That is a disgrace, and Discotheque should have placed higher than that.
Should have placed higher than that.
I mean, in my opinion, if this is the song that's representing Lithuania, Intelligent Music Project, you're safe. That's how I feel about this song. Like, Intelligent Music Project, sure, you'll be 3rd out of 4 in my rankings at this point. That's honestly how I feel. Like, I just, no. Sorry, Erica. You say you have a beautiful voice.
You do.
I can see how you've represented before. I just think the song is fit for someone else.
Ooh.
Not my alarm going off. Why I have an alarm set for this time is beyond me. Anyway, next up, we're going to be talking about Gebrasy? I don't know how to say his name, and I'm sorry. We're going to say Gebrasy for continuity's sake on this podcast. Gebrasy with the song Into Your Arms. He placed 4th in the 3rd heat, receiving 7 votes each from the jury and the televote.
I enjoy this song.
I really like this song. It's good.
No, so I'm actually very happy that I listened. This was the very first one I listened to.
Oh, good. Oh, that's
yeah,
good.
And I'm very happy about it.
Yeah.
You know what? Okay, so I made a comparison in my notes too. It gave me very much Beautiful Mess.
Absolutely.
And I'm all for it.
Oh, absolutely. Yes. Oh, I love that song.
Yeah.
Yes. So this is one of the few songs from this national selection that I've actually listened to a few times. I've listened to every song twice now. Some of them I had to stomach through a second listen. We'll talk about it. But this is a song I've kind of had on repeat. I've added it to like my running Eurovision playlist because I really like it. He's got a great voice. There's this dynamic, and it's dynamic and yet it's beautiful at the same time. Like I really like it.
Mm-hmm.
And male ballads have been very difficult for me so far in our national selection journey that we're going on.
This is one of them that works.
This might be my favorite male ballad that I've listened to so far this year.
Over Oval Gooses?
I think so.
Wow.
I think so. It's so good. Like it's so good. I don't know what else to say about it. It's just
it's actually really
something
good.
has captured me with this song.
It's his voice. This was the one song where I put captivated. I was captivated.
100%. There are a few songs where I was pulled into the experience of the song, and this was definitely one of them for me.
My only critique about this song is that there was too much echo.
Sure, that's
and so you were able to hear that listening to the studio recording. You were kind of able to hear how long the echo from it was like. The echo went on for like 10 to up to 30 seconds or so. And that kind of didn't mesh well with me, but otherwise, amazing entry.
So I know what you mean because I've listened to the studio version as well. That wasn't present as much in the live performance.
That's good.
So I think you would like the live performance a little bit better. But yeah. Great song, fabulous. Gebrasy, give me a shot, please. You're very attractive. There's a couple of attractive men in this national selection as well. So next up, we're gonna be talking. I'm gonna butcher her name, and I'm so sorry, sis. I'm so sorry. I believe it's Gintarė Korsakaitė.
I was gonna guess that too.
Gintarė Korsakaitė. We're gonna go with that. Good old sis Gintarė. I hope I'm saying your name right. I'm so sorry. With the song Fantasy Eyes. Now, this placed 5th in Heat 3, receiving 5 points from the jury and 6 points from the televote.
I think it's a solid song.
I really like it.
I think it's a solid entry.
I actually went and watched the music video for this song. And it's not much different from the actual performance. This is one song. So I originally put this as my Perfectly Inoffensive, but this song has grown on me significantly. So in the Heat performance, she is on stage by herself, and I find myself so captivated by her. This is another one where I was very captivated by her performance because she's just doing her little dance, singing about those fantasy eyes, and I just was so brought into this experience.
Not to mention, she is beautiful.
Stunning.
She is beautiful.
The women of Lithuania are beautiful. Emilijana, stunning. Erica, stunning. Every other woman in this national selection, stunning. Like, if you need a wife, go to Lithuania.
Go to Lithuania.
Honestly. Or Spain. All
Spain
those ladies are
beautiful.
Most of the women in these national selections are fucking beautiful. But yeah, I wrote she has a really cool voice. It's a really cool vibe. This is different really from any other song we've experienced thus far in our national selection journey. I will say I like the last 30 seconds a lot more than the rest of the song. Because that's where the dynamic picks up. That's where she's kind of doing this like little rap sort of moment.
Oh, you know what it kind of gave me the same like kind of feel as Mon Ami from Junior Eurovision.
Let's be free. Mon Ami feels like a fairy tale. Oh, Tanya. Oh, girl. You didn't do that well.
My personal favorite part of it was the bridge, where it was just like completely stripped.
Oh, absolutely,
just, like, her and like the background vocals, and then it goes right back in, and I was like, "Yes, you did that right."
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, there could have been more. There could be more added to the song, though. I will say that.
Sure. No, this is definitely a song that I think, if it's here's my fear. I don't think our good sis Gintarė, sorry again. I don't think she's gonna qualify for the final here because this semifinal is very competitive. However, I think if she somehow ends up winning, this song with a revamp and like a little bit of like a beat drop at some point, I think this could be really cool.
Oh yeah.
Like this has a lot of potential in my eyes.
It has a lot.
And I have so many different ways you could do staging as well. Yep. Especially now that we're getting, Lord knows, we're getting this Hanging Gardens inspired fucking staging in Torino. Lord help me. We're gonna have to do a video at some point about all of this bullshit because there's a lot going on. But yes, I really like this song. I really like her. I hope she qualifies for the final, and I hope, regardless of what happens, I hope she comes back and puts herself into Pabandom again because she's got a real potential here.
Oh, absolutely.
Get it, girl. Next up, we're going to be discussing Joseph June with the song Deadly. He placed 4th in the first heat, receiving 8 jury points and 7 televote points. And I'm personally still trying to figure out how he got 15 points.
I mean, he's attractive, but
not my type. Let's say that.
that's fair. I wasn't too crazy about this song. I like the music.
Mama, this is garbage.
I enjoyed the music, not the song, not the words, not.
Mama, this is garbage.
Do we need to talk anymore about it?
Next up. Next up, oh god, another name I'm gonna butcher, and I'm so sorry. Justė
Kraujelytė?
I don't know, and I'm sorry. I tried to look up pronunciations, and there were none, and I was upset about it. But this is a song, How to Get My Life Back. This is a song I'm very excited to talk about. And this was second place in Heat 2, receiving 8 jury points and 10 televote points.
Okay, I'm probably going to be in the minority here. I don't like it.
Oh, no.
I don't like it.
I can understand that. Why don't you like it? I'm curious.
So, I think it was the verses for me that kind of... I wasn't too crazy about the melodies either. I thought it was a bit too weird for my liking. Also, just trying to think about it, I don't know how it went for the live performances, but when I listening to the studio version, it sounds like she has a nice voice. Don't get me wrong, but to me it doesn't seem like it's strong enough for the Eurovision stage.
Sure. No, I can definitely understand that. I think this was another song that kind of captivated me in a way, and I think it had a lot to do with the staging. So this was staged. If you remember back to our very first national selection, this was staged very similar to Judy. From the Czech Republic. What is that song called? Oh, fuck me. Oh no, I'm a horrible Eurovision fan.
Okay, we're gonna go through this.
Hold on, I got it. I'm pulling it up. Give me like 30 seconds and I got it. Oh no.
It's not
no. Okay, yeah, that's the one I wanted. Jennings.
Oh,
the performance of it gave me Jennings. Because I knew it was some weird thing that I couldn't remember, and I'm so sorry, Judy. Yes, so it gave me Jennings because it was very witchy. I wrote hauntingly beautiful as my like number one thing that I wrote about this song. I really like it. I was captivated. She's got a great voice. The performance was good. I don't think this is a winner by any means of the imagination, but I really liked this song.
Yeah, it's not my bottom. I'll say that. It's not my bottom, like, I hate it the most song.
Sure.
It's just not up there for me. I don't know. I guess I just couldn't really get into it.
Sure. That's fair. It's a vibe. I feel this way about this song and as well as Deadly. Like, they're just a vibe, and it's not going to be everyone's vibe, and I respect that. But no, I found this interesting and lovely. So we're disagreeing a lot today. That's different. I like it. I'm a big fan of it, honestly. So next up, we're going to be discussing Lolita 0.
Oh boy.
With the song Not Your Mother.
Okay.
I'm very happy because I think we're on the same wavelength. But this placed third in Heat 3.
Excuse me?
So this received 6 points from the jury and 10 points from the televote. Now, this is the artist that I believe is a drag artist.
Oh, okay, that makes sense, but
Mama, this is hot ass garbage.
I hate
This
this.
is so bad. I want to like it so much. And this is rated very high everywhere I've seen it. And I just don't understand why.
I don't understand why either.
The performance was not good, in my opinion. There's not enough substance to even call this a song with lyrics. And then in the live performance, they had to bleep out bitch. So it's literally like, no, beep! I'm not your mother. And I was like, what is this? I wrote, the music is super cool, but there's little substance above a generic dance EDM track. It's too minimalist for me. Like, it's...
Yeah. No. So, I put, what the fuck am I listening to?
Yes.
I put, I hate these lyrics.
Yes.
I put, not much singing. I put, hate it.
Oh,
no! My only positive, and it's just a comparison. It gives me Jeffrey Bezos by Bo Burnham. CEO entrepreneur born in 1964.
It gives you want to know what it gives me, and I hate that I'm making this comparison. It gives me Miss Redacted Star, or it gives me their music.
What?
It does.
Wow.
It really does. They're like MySpace music era. If you know, you know. We're not going to discuss them because fuck that human. But if you know, you know. Yeah, no, I want to like this so much. Their makeup, by the way, for the performance, stunning. The look, stunning. They were literally a human chandelier.
Yeah.
I was like, you look cool
that I
as
remember
hell.
seeing. And because when you listen to it on Spotify and you just look at your phone kind of thing on the Spotify app, you only get like a 3-second sample of that music video.
Yeah.
They looked amazing. They
look great.
They looked great.
And if this is a drag artist and a queer performer, I want to support them so fucking much because that's what we do here at the Cup. However, this is not good.
This is not a good song.
If this qualifies for the final, I'm going to be genuinely upset. Anyway, we're going to move on to something more exciting.
Yes, please.
The last song, the semi-final one, is a song. Oh, I've been so excited and waiting to talk about this song. This is Queens of Roses with the song Washing Machine. Now, Sam and I do a lot of talking outside of the Cup, obviously, because we're friends. And I remember, this was like a month ago when the song titles, not the songs, but the song titles were released. And I was scrolling through Lithuania just to see if I recognized anyone. Maybe the Rūta was throwing their hat back in the ring again. And I stumbled upon this song with the title Washing Machine. And I said in that moment, I don't care what the song is like. I'm going to champion the hell out of this song because anyone that can title a song Washing Machine is A+ in my book. And I'm so happy to report that this song is actually good.
This song is really good. So I love this song so much.
So for reference as well, they placed 4th in Heat 2, receiving 7 points from the jury and 6 points from the televote. So they were very solid in both point distributions. I like this song a lot. It's not my favorite. I wanted it to be my favorite. I tried to justify in my mind making it my favorite. It's not my favorite, but I wanted to justify it so much.
I personally love this song.
It's really good. It's really good.
This is one of the few. Actually, I only have 3 songs on here that I'm actively championing, and this is one of them. So I said that bitch energy. I said yes energy. I'm living for this energy. their unison is tight, and
Mhm.
we love ourselves that. I love the harmonies. It almost gives me like the same vibe of us like Strip by Little Mix featuring Sheree J.
Ooh,
And
yeah,
I
I
love
see
that
that. I
because
see
I love that
that.
song too.
Yeah.
Overall, like I think what the song calls for is like attitude and fun, and I just love that for it. Like it's such a bop. I love the song so much. Oh, and the message too. The
The
message
message is
too.
great.
The message is
Bitch, you're too
great.
drunk. You sound like a washing machine. Excuse me. Yes. So here's where I can fully recognize I'm gonna critique them because the live vocal is not that strong.
Okay.
It's not as strong as I wanted it to be. I will say, this is another song I've listened to the studio version and the performance. Their harmonies were on point. I thought that was the strongest part. The harmony that they do going into the final chorus was the strongest moment of the song for me. They were cute. They had dancers. They were all dancing together. It was real cute. The guys had like their shirts open the whole time. It was great. But I found from my first listen, and I still find this is the same. The lyrics are a little wordy. I had a problem with the vocalization of Washing Machine because I find it's lower than the rest of the chorus, and for some reason that bothers me because I want it to be like the punch, like it's like, and you're talking like a washing machine, but instead it's like you're talking like a washing machine, and it kind of falls off every time they sing it.
I get that.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, I personally enjoyed the wordiness of it.
Sure.
As someone who listens to like a lot of that stuff too, where it's like kind of a lot of that rap, that fast rap, but you can understand every single word they're saying.
Sure. I really like it.
Really enjoy it.
It's great. So those are the songs in semifinal 1. 4 of those are going to qualify for the final. So we're going to move on to the songs in alphabetical order that are performing in the second semifinal. And we're going to start with August Vedrickaitė. That's my best pronunciation. I'm sorry, girl. With the song Vedrickaitė is really the only other pronunciation, maybe. With the song Before You're 6 Feet Under. Now, August was in the first heat and came second overall. This was the jury winner from Heat 1, receiving 12 points, and she received 4 points from the televote.
I really love this song.
Me too!
I love this song.
Oh, wait, actually, I lied to you. This song tied with Erika Jennings for the jury points, so they both received 12 points.
Okay.
So there was no 10 points given out in Heat 1 for the jury. August and Erika tied, so they both received 12 points. So I just wanted to clarify that. Sorry.
Okay. Nonetheless, I think this is a great song.
Isn't it?
It really is.
It's so good. It's kind of country, which I love.
What do you mean, kinda? It is country.
Okay, it's country, and I love it.
I love it.
A female country artist is all I've ever wanted at Eurovision, and we got close because the Common Linettes have a woman. It's a man and a woman, but there is a woman.
There is a woman.
But every other country entry in the last 15 years has been a man. And so, like, if this somehow makes it, I'm going to be so happy. I don't think it's going to, spoiler, but this is so cool.
So this is another song that I am championing for.
Good. I think I am too.
It gives me very much like Better Dig 2 by the band Perry meets Miss Independent. Miss Independent by Kelly Clarkson.
You're speaking all of the songs that have been in my rotation for the last 15 years. Yes.
The Route Bridge
So good!
Oh my god, it was great.
Excuse me. So good. I just really
so
like
good.
this song.
I love the song.
Really like this song. It's so good. Yeah, I mean, this is a song I've thrown on my playlist. There's a couple of them. There's a couple of them that are pretty damn good. We've got, now that I'm looking at it, we've got a really good chunk of songs that we're going to talk about. This whole chunk is going to be great, because next we go to Ieva Zasimauskaitė with I'll Be There. Now, if you are a fan of Eurovision and you've watched the last few years, then you'll know that Ieva represented Lithuania in 2018 with the song When We're Old and came 12th. So one of the better placements for Lithuania in the last 20 years. Ieva is back. She was first in her heat, which was heat 2, receiving 12 points from the jury and 8 points from the televote.
That's really good. Good for her.
Yeah, I think she won by like a considerable more. I'm looking it up. She won by 2 points.
Okay.
I thought it was more of a considerable margin. So she won over How to Get My Life Back, which received 18 points, and then the next highest songs both received 13 points.
Oh.
So they were top 2 by a considerable margin.
Okay. I really love this song.
It's really good.
It's really good.
It gives me When We're Old.
It does. I was going to say that.
She's got a vibe, and she's got a genre of music that she sings in that she is very, very good at.
Yes.
This is not the song I want to win. I think she has a very strong chance of winning. I wouldn't be disappointed if this song represented, because I really like it. But it just, there's just a little tiny bit of boring in this song for me. I have to be honest. Just a tad.
I think
but it's a great, solid, amazing piano ballad nonetheless.
Yes. No, I'm gonna have to agree with that. I mainly got bored of it because we've already heard When We're Old.
Yeah.
Also, so this is one of the performances that I ended up seeing the live performance of, because I couldn't find it on Spotify.
Good.
Which I thought was really well done.
She's so captivating.
She is.
She's so. I will say the fear I have is if this wins and goes to Torino, this is gonna qualify. But is she just gonna end up bottom of the left side of the table again?
Mm-hmm.
Where I think there are some songs that we're gonna talk about very shortly that I think have a very strong chance at top 10, if not top 5.
Okay.
So
also, I forgot to say, her voice kind of, especially in this song, it gives me very much Cranberries, like the lead singer of Cranberries.
She actually gives me Mary Lambert is the person I wrote down. It gives me a little Mary Lambert vibes, who's one of my absolute favorite artists of all time.
Amazing artist.
But yeah, it gave me Mary Lambert in the best possible way. But I wish her nothing but the best. If she represents again, I wouldn't be mad about it.
I wouldn't be mad either.
Like, it's cool. You go do your thing, girl. So, next up is Mary Mo with the song Get Up. Now, Mary placed 5th in the first heat, receiving 7 jury points and 8 televote points. So again, top, but heat 1 was really interesting because I think a bunch of people tied. Yeah, so Erica won the heat with 18 points. And then August, Before You're 6 Feet Under, and another song that we'll talk about shortly, received 16 points. Joseph June received 15 points, but had higher jury points, which is why he came 4th, and then Mary came right below him.
Okay.
So she placed 5th in this heat with 15 points.
Okay.
Which just goes to show you the quality of the songs in that specific heat. Yeah. I like this song.
I like this song.
I don't love it.
Exactly.
Yeah. I think the music is super cool. The message is really cool. She was fairly captivating on stage. She was one of the few people as well that had like a bit of like a background going on. Like it was a dynamic background and not just the background that they give for everybody. So like some thought and like feeling had been put into the staging and the performance of this song. The lyrics are a little wordy at some points, but overall I think it's an incredibly solid song.
Yeah, I think it's a solid song too. I love her lower. So listening to the studio recording, I love her lower register. I enjoy the message. You know, the bad bitch energy. You love to see it.
Yes.
I did think it got a bit wordy a couple times as well. I liked most of the music, but I was very confused of the electric guitar mixed with the synth beats.
Sure. That's fair.
And I thought the climax of it could have been stronger.
Sure. No, I agree. It was just very, very, very solid.
Yeah.
Is like the best word I can use to describe it, honestly.
Yeah.
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 Just good. Good for you, Mary Mo. Next up, oh boy, oh gee, oh gosh. It's Monika Liu with Sentimentai, which translates to sentiments or sentimental, if you will. Monika placed first in Heat 3, being the only artist to win both the jury and the televote, receiving 12 points from each.
Thank goodness, because I love this song. I love this song. Oh no.
No, I love it too.
Okay.
I'm just taking a moment to just think about her and how amazing she is. So what's difficult for me is I love this song. There's one other song in this national selection that equals how I feel about this song. And so it's very difficult for me to give points because very clearly this is in my top 3. I love that it's in Lithuanian. This is one of the 2 songs in the semifinals that is in Lithuanian. There were a lot more from the overall competition that were in Lithuanian. However, this is one of 2 songs that qualified in Lithuanian. This just has such a fucking cool vibe. Her voice is incredible. The performance was incredible. This could win Eurovision, in my opinion.
I pray
to God. This is one of the songs. I think this song, another song we'll talk about, and Before You're 6 Feet Under are really the songs that I could see at least making top 10, top 5. I could see Monika winning Eurovision and getting Lithuania their win.
Yep. I wrote a lot for this.
Good. I want to hear all of it. I didn't write a whole lot. My whole thing was just like, this is fucking cool. The vibes are cool.
Yes.
Her voice is amazing. But I want to hear what you have to say.
Okay. So I'm just gonna breeze through it. So I said sudden start, which kind of took me by surprise. I love the harmonies that are in the background. Very intriguing. This was the third one I listened to. Okay.
Oh, good.
Yes. No, this is the first song I put intriguing for. Haunting / mysterious vibes, which I live for. I put that it's very different from all the other like national entries. Overall, from everything we've covered so far, I think this is very different.
Oh, absolutely.
I love that it shows everything she can do. Like she uses that voice like an instrument in this song.
I actually went and listened to some of her back catalog, and it's just as good. Like it's truly just as good.
Yeah. And then I put beautiful voice. Yes. And then I put champion because this is the third song that I'm championing on.
It's so good.
It's
so good. So good. It's so good.
It's so good. It's so good.
It's so good. It's so good.
Cheers to you, Monika.
Yes, Monika. Next up, we're going to be discussing Moosu X with the song Love That Hurts. They placed 5th in Heat 2, receiving 6 jury points and 7 televote points.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and get it out of the way. This is my winner for the perfectly inoffensive award for this national selection.
I got that back from you too.
Yeah, what I love, I will say from watching the Heat performance, is he was actually accompanied by a string quartet, which I thought was so cool. Like, it elevated the experience for me. But listening to the studio version, I found it a little bit underwhelming.
That's fair.
And I really found his performance, I honestly think, really aided by this string quartet that he had. The vibe is cool. He's got a really cool voice. But for me, it's just perfectly inoffensive.
Yeah, no, I think he has a really cool voice. I love his upper range. I enjoy the groove of the song.
Mm-hmm.
I put meh.
Yeah. It's a song that I wouldn't turn off if it came on, but I wouldn't actively turn it on.
Yes.
It's kind of like the best way to describe it. But
yeah.
So good for you, string quartet. We love to see it. Next up is Rūta Loop with the song Call Me From the Cold. Now, Rūta placed 2nd in Heat 3, right behind Monika, receiving 8 points from the jury and from the televote. I'm chomping at the bit to know what you think about this song.
I'm like back and forth with this song.
Escándalo.
Which I hate to say. It's like, I don't know. I love her voice is very unique, and I really like that about her.
Uh-huh.
Although it does get a bit one note, and it could be more dynamic.
Sure.
It and the last note I put it for it because I didn't write much for this either. Mm-hmm. But it gave me the El Diablo kids matured.
Oh God. Please stop all activities immediately. So here's the thing. I fucking love this song. I am obsessed with this song. And I think a lot of it has to do and is aided by the performance. So she was the one that captivated me like nobody else did. So in the first verse, she has this really cool shadow box effect where only parts of her face are lit at any given time. I would highly recommend, if you haven't watched her performance from the Heats, go do it, because it truly is incredibly dynamic and brings a lot of dynamics that I will agree, honestly, I was kind of missing from the song itself. So she has that. She's kind of just like vibing around the stage the whole time, just like very similar to Fantasy Eyes, but make it ballad almost in the way that she was kind of moving. This is so cool. This is so different from any other ballad that we've gotten this year. I've had this song stuck in my head ever since I listened to the songs. Just, again, something about this song, just, I don't really know what it is, but it's so good to me.
Nah, it's like, I like aspects about it, but it's like, there's also something about it that kind of drives me away from it.
It is very repetitive. I will say that's like the biggest con I have.
I feel like this song is very like an acquired taste.
This song for me is very much so like the vibes, like the music version of the vibes. For me, at least. This is a song that I also thought we would have the most different opinion on, because the studio version does not do it justice.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, if I watched all the performances, then I think I would have had a different opinion, but I didn't. So
It happens. It is what it is.
Yeah.
I like that we
that's
have both
the way.
opinions. I do really appreciate that we have both opinions.
Yes.
This way, because that's the way that we do it. Because you're over there.
Yes. I got it first time. But anyways.
Oh boy. So next up is Titas and Benas with the song Getting Through This. Now they placed somehow third in Heat 2, receiving 10 points from the jury and 3 points from the televote. And all I really want to discuss about this song is that I didn't know Lithuanian fuckboy music existed.
Not that. It does give very much Lithuanian fuckboy.
The performance was even worse.
Okay. No.
They're just standing there, being generically attractive white men, doing whatever they do, and it's just not good.
Okay. So I'm gonna breeze through my notes.
Great.
Nice voices.
Sure.
I love the groove of it. It almost gave me like the 1975.
Sure.
I very much got that vibe out of it. And then I put it could have been more dynamic. It got very one note. And I didn't find enough. Like, there's not enough added onto the song, especially in terms of the lyrics.
It says a whole lot of nothing.
It really does.
Like, it really does. But
let's move on.
Great. Another name I'm gonna butcher. Urtė Šilagalytė?
Urtė Šilagalytė.
Sure, those words, those letters in a order. Yeah, that one with the song "Running Chords." Now, this placed third in Heat 1, receiving 4 points from the jury, and this was actually the televote winner from Heat 1.
Oh, okay.
You go first, Sam.
So, I was like, so intriguing start.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting choice of melodies.
Uh-huh.
I think I like her lower range. I like the dramatic moments. I like the drama of it all. There could be more added to the song as a whole.
Agreed. I don't like this at all.
I think this also says a whole lot of nothing.
Yeah, I found myself I found it difficult to understand what she was even saying. And I know that happens a lot with European artists whose native language isn't English. And while I understand that, there are a lot of people in this contest singing in English where English is not their first language. So I don't really I found her as well, along with Emilijana Illuminate. I found that her falsetto really made it difficult to understand what she was saying at certain points.
Mm-hmm.
So it took away from the experience. I didn't really care for the music. I didn't really care for the lyrics. I think her voice is good.
She has a good voice. I just didn't really care for the song as a whole.
Yeah. We can move on.
We can.
Great. Last up is Vilija with the song 101. Now, this placed 6th in Heat 3, receiving 10 jury points and 0 televote points. This is the only song we've talked about today that received 0 points in either designation.
Interesting. Okay, so I think the song is all right. I think it's an acquired taste. You don't like it, don't you?
It's not my taste.
Yeah. I'm not too crazy about her tone. I like her lower range. Like keyword. I enjoy the vibes. I enjoy the melodies. I said it was relaxing, and I don't know if that's a good thing.
I don't think that's a good thing.
So this is
I
the
don't wanna
last
be-
one I
I don't-
listened to, and it was I had to
This was
listen to
also-
my performance too.
This was
And-
also the last one I listened to.
The performance confused me.
Right? I'm like, girl, what are you doing with these movements that you're doing? Like it's like a
And then
kind of shimmy and a
she went
turn.
that,
And
like,
there's like an arm movement
or
in
whatever,
some
and then,
capacity.
and then she full on turns around and it does like that.
I'm like, girl, why are we snapping here today?
I'm like, what?
Okay. Yeah, no, this was a whole lot of nothing for me.
What?
I honestly feel like it got second in the jury vote because it was in Lithuanian. Because number one was Monika Liu. And so I kind of feel like the jury was like, songs in Lithuanian, point. And didn't even like, in this case, didn't even like register what the song actually was like about.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, this is not good for me. Sorry.
Yeah, it was meh.
That's a sour note to end on. We don't normally end on a sour note. I don't like that.
Yeah, usually we don't end on a note like this.
Hold on. I'm just gonna Sentimentai. Okay, we're better. We're doing much better now.
These spark
Okay.
joy. This one does not spark joy. Marie Kondo.
Yes. Okay. Sam de Monteverde. We have points to give out.
Yes, we do. Let me just make one last change.
I'm adding an honorable mention.
Oh, actually, you know what? Never mind. Oh, actually, yeah. No, we'll do a last change.
Sure.
Let me just.
And while we're delaying, make sure to subscribe, follow, like, comment, and share for more Eurovision videos in our currently unnamed Eurovision series.
Okay, I'm ready.
Fabulous. All right. I guess I'll go ahead and start with my honorable mention. I think that works. My honorable mention for today's program is Love That Hurts.
Okay. My honorable mention for today is Call Me From the Cold.
Okay. Oh, this is gonna be interesting.
This is what this is.
Oh boy. Okay. All right. 1 point from me goes to Illuminate.
1 point from me goes to Get Up.
2 points from me goes to Get Up.
2 points from me goes to Illuminate.
Yeah! I love that so much. Okay. 3 points go to How to Get My Life Back.
Interesting.
Very.
3 points from me goes to Love That Hurts.
Okay, good. Okay. Yeah, it just there's not enough room. 4 points go to Washing Machine. I know.
Wow.
I was also surprised at myself.
Wow. Okay.
Yep.
4 points from me go to Back to Myself.
Good for you. Erica Jennings is only receiving 4 points today from us. So my 5 points go to Fantasy Eyes.
My 5 points also go to Fantasy Eyes.
There's always one. It's always one. Recently, it's only been one.
Yeah.
Well, in the ones that are over 10 songs, but
yes.
Go check out our Finland and Ireland reviews where we basically have the same list. Spoiler. My 6 points go to Before You're 6 Feet Under.
Oh.
Yep.
That's interesting.
It is, isn't it?
My 6 points go to I'll Be There.
How convenient and lovely, because my 7 points go to I'll Be There.
Very nice. My 7 points go to Into Your Arms.
How wonderful and lovely and convenient, because my 8 points go to Into Your Arms. Oh my goodness.
My 8 points go to Washing Machine.
Yay! Oh, I'm so happy. Oh, I'm so happy about that.
Yes.
Okay, top 2, which I know are going to be very different.
At least our second places are going to be very different.
Uh-huh. So it was really difficult for me. I had 2 songs that were right there. My 10 points go to Sentimentai.
Wow. Okay, never mind. I take that back then. My 10 points go to Before You're 6 Feet Under.
Oh, good. Oh, good. That's good. Okay. That's really good. So my 12 points, and I'm happy that we finally have like fairly different lists.
Yes.
Because as we've talked about in previous episodes, if you watch, like we basically have the same lists 9 times out of 10. My 12 points for Lithuania, Pabandom naujo, go to Call Me From the Cold.
Wow.
I know. And I know where yours are going. It's
of course.
Obvious. Yeah.
Of course. It's
yeah. I mean, it was so close, Rūta and Monika for me. Like it was right there. And for me, it came down honestly to how I feel like the Eurovision public would respond to the songs almost. Because they're dead even for me. And I almost feel like if Rūta were to represent, she would get a little bit, unfortunately, I feel like she would get a little bit better reception than Monika would. But I also think Monika has a song that could win. I also could see Rūta winning. Those are like the 2 songs. I think those 2 and maybe Into Your Arms and maybe Before You're 6 Feet Under are really the only songs I could see with a revamp or with something else going on. I think those are the songs that I could really see making an impact in Torino. Yeah. As soon as it popped up as your honorable mention, I was like, oh no. Oh no. Oh no. But that is another entry in our currently unnamed Eurovision series. We've let you know what we think. Our cues. We've let you know what we think. Words are hard.
Words are hard.
We've let you know where our points are going and what our favorites are, but what are yours. We want to hear all of your favorites, your least favorites, who you think has the best shot at getting Lithuania a better placement than We Are the Winners of Eurovision. Please, for the love of God, something better than that song, please.
Yes.
So make sure you are subscribed, like the video, comment, share with all your friends, share with your Lithuanian friends, share with your non-Lithuanian friends. Make sure to follow us as well on Twitter for all of the most up-to-date Cup news at @thecup_reality. Follow both of us and follow all of our lovely, wonderful co-hosts. I need to grab my big cup because, bestie, it's time to go. We got to go listen to more music.
Yes, we do.
Oh boy, so much. Cheers, bestie.
Cheers.
Goodbye.
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 Call me from the goodbye.
Goodbye.
Hello from the other goodbye.
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 Are you
goodbye?
still goodbye?
Goodbye from the other side.